Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be discussing the seventh cause of failure, according to Napoleon Hill in his timeless classic, Think and Grow Rich. If you're new here, welcome very much. And if you're a returning listener, thank you so much. And I hope this is helping you. Please let me know so far on which major cause of failure that we have described in the last week has impacted you the most, or that you're working on, or that you're looking forward to changing. Okay, let's get into it. Number 7, unfavorable environmental influences during childhood. As the twig is bent, so shall the tree grow. Most people who have criminal tendencies acquire them as the result of bad environment and improper associates during childhood. Now, this is very deep, especially if you are a parent. But since we were all children, let's just get into it. Most people who have criminal tendencies acquire them as the result of bad environment and improper associates during childhood. Now, this one, as challenging as it might be, I think if it's relatively easy because we can think about the list of people that we know, the list of the people that we hang out with, the people that we spend time with, and the people who are in our family. And we just take a look at their character and see, hey, are these people like of good character, or of suspicious character, or of totally like bad character, so we can eliminate them. Now, where the challenge would be is the association of memories we have with them. Like if you have, for example, parents, siblings, friends, you've had a long history with people who might not be good for you because of their character flaws and because of their actions. And let me put this, we all make mistakes. We are all not perfect human beings. So this is not what I am not saying that you have to be with people who are exactly perfect. I don't think such a person exists. But the people who do exist are people who are real about their character flaws, and that they're working towards changing the things that they have done wrong or learning from their mistakes. Not people who just simply give you lip service and say, yeah, I'm going to change, and then you see no change. Or people who just use the excuse of no one is actually perfect and use that as a crutch to continue doing the things that are not right for themselves or for the people who are around them and the betterment of the world. So let's eliminate that. Another thing why I see this might be a challenge is because it's tough to cut people off, because we rely on social support to help us go through life. However, if you end up cutting people off, there will be a period where you might end up being totally alone. And a lot of people don't know what it is like to be alone. They just equate being alone to loneliness. I have good news. Yes, you will feel lonely initially. However, you will get to discover yourself and learn how to enjoy your own company. And as a result of that, when you do finally re-emerge into the world or into society, you will find yourself being able to draw people who want similar things to you in life, or who have the same interests, have the same hobbies, by meeting them in the places that you are in. For example, if you love art and you start taking art classes, or you start going to art galleries, or art exhibitions, you will find people who have similar interests as you in those places, and you will be able to make connections with people because they are meeting you where you are at that point in life. So you have to let go to receive. And cutting off people who aren't right for you right now at this stage of your life is just the beginning to something bigger, something greater, something better. Okay, something else. Most people who have criminal tendencies, I don't know if any of my listeners do have criminal tendencies. If you do, I just urge you to stop. So they acquire them as a result of bad environment. How do we address this? Get away from your environment. I'll give 2 stories. Once when I was younger, somebody dared me to do something that wasn't right to me. And they dared me to steal lipstick. So in my heart of hearts, I really didn't want to, but then I wanted to kind of impress them because they were important to me. So I did it. What ended up happening is I did it, and then when I went back home, I somehow didn't have the key to my apartment. And let me say this, that I was really young that time. And yes, my parents did give me a copy of keys. Sometimes if I wasn't going too far, and then I would come back and give them the key, but I would always have to ask permission for the copy of the key. So at that moment, I tried looking everywhere and I couldn't find it. So my dad happened to be home and he opened, the door and let me in and everything. And I was so afraid of anything. If he asked me, even if it was a simple question, innocent, knowing that I had done something wrong, knowing that I had stolen something, I knew I would just blurt it out. But then somehow that day, after being locked out of the apartment, I was just oh my gosh, this is karma. So the next day, I went back to that same shop and I returned that lipstick. And the shop owner didn't know I had taken it, and they didn't realize that I had put it back. But then I vowed to myself that I wouldn't steal again, no matter what the reason was for. Me and stealing, it makes my whole body rebel against me, and it ramps up my anxiety. So I stopped, and I never did that thing again. And I thank God for that, that instant karmic response. So for my thing is okay, how does this relate to bad environment? The bad environment was the person who was influencing me to do that thing. So what I will say is that I told that person the whole story and the whole thing. And to my benefit and to my relief, they apologized for the dare. And they swore they would never give me such a dare like that again. Luckily, I was dealing with a reasonable person and the situation was very mild. But what I will say is, if you can, if it is within your ability to not be in that bad environment, avoid that bad environment. Do anything and everything that you can to avoid being in such a situation. And if you're an adult, just altogether move. Make plans to move. Physically move yourself from that bad environment, and then you will see things happen. Sometimes you might be I don't have a single red cent to my name. I don't know how this is going to happen. Make a plan to accumulate money so that you can move. That's just my best advice that I can give you. So I hope this has helped somebody and has given someone hope that you can make the best out of a bad situation, and there is hope for you. So I want to say something. I've seen this as a post somewhere on, I think, Instagram, and I know I have heard it from a psychologist and a life coach by the name of Benjamin Zulu. On YouTube, you can find him under Benjamin Zulu Global, and he's a phenomenal psychologist and life coach. Just head on there. I highly recommend a listen. It will change your life. So those two, the post and Benjamin Zulu, have stated this point. What happened to you in your childhood, though it was no fault of your own? As an adult, it is your responsibility to heal the wounds that were caused from those things that happened to you, from those wrongs. And this was very powerful because we might blame everyone, our environment, our upbringing, our schools, our teachers, our parents, our cousins, whatever it is, for causing us to end up the way we are, for wounding us, for abusing us, for doing the worst things, for causing us to be stunted or just hurt. We can blame them. However, as grown adults, it is our responsibility to face those things that happened to us and seek the help to right those wrongs. It doesn't matter blame shifting or allocating appropriate blame. Even though it makes us feel justified, doing the justification will not lead us to healing and growth and thriving. It will just leave us on survival mode. And that can't be beneficial to us because we were created not to survive, but to thrive. I hope this little segment has helped you and has touched you. And I hope to continue this journey with whoever might be on this series journey with me, and stay blessed until the next one. Bye.